This is a huge disappointment for the Padres as these performances led to our loss. What does this mean for the team in the long run? Major implications? We'll find out. Welcome back to another episode of Padres Digest with your host, Andrew. Today we had a disappointing result, but I want to, keep things a little bit more brighter than just pissed off, angry Andrew. So, yeah, before we get into it though, please subscribe as always. Okay. First things first, Padre fans. Deep breaths. Please apply. Deep breaths. Take a chill pill. Relax. It is one game, the first game of the series, and we're going to have, 5 more games? Mathematically, 6 more games? Is it a 4-game series after this? I forget. We're going to have plenty of games left, right? Dodgers played horribly and got humiliated. We humiliated the Giants. They were bound to win. We were bound to lose. That's baseball. We're still kind of technically in first place. Tiebreakers and all that. Ignore that. We're still technically in first place. So let's just relax. I'm not saying it's okay that we lost. I'm not saying that the Padres could have won it and didn't disappoint us. Because obviously it was a little bit disappointing and boring, which is even worse than disappointing, is that it was boring. But again, let's relax. Let's take a little deep breath before you guys start coming in the comment section, telling to fire Mike Shildt, send Arraez to the moon, Machado sucks. I don't want to hear no negativity, y'all. It is one game, okay? One game. Literally one game. Also, Dodger trolls, get out of my comment section. It is one game. Y'all act like you've done something. It's one game. Final, Dodgers 3, Padres 2. Padres couldn't do much against Clayton Kershaw, and the Dodgers did just enough against the Padres' makeshift pitching plans. It's tied again atop the NL West. 40 games left to play. 40 games. Oh my god. 40 more videos with you guys for the rest of the season. Well, the season, and then obviously off season we'll have some stuff planned. But besides that, 40 games. Oh my god. I still remember when I got hired. I was before 100 games, and now we're at 40 games. Oh my god. Getting nostalgic already. But yeah, we definitely did not play against Clayton Kershaw. Obviously, Clayton Kershaw is like historically great against us, so it's not like this is surprising. Yes, he's old, but he's not a bad pitcher. He's Clayton Kershaw, right? He's one of the best pitchers of all time. As much as that pains me to say, he's one of the best pitchers of all time. So let's not like overreact. He's a 3.01 ERA. Like, he's a good pitcher. It's gonna happen, right? He's gonna do his job. But it did kind of suck to see all these missed opportunities. Crucial misplay caught up with them. An admirable effort by opener tandem. These are postseason style reps. Execution needs to be tight. Look for lineup optimization tomorrow. Margins matter when games are close. But no, I was going to say it sucks that our offense wasn't great today, right? Especially from the top of our order. Yes, Tatis had the clutch walk, but to be honest, we kind of need more than just walks from Tatis. You know what I mean? And Arraez, again, clutch. Yeah, I'll say clutch RBI. But again, we need more than Arraez. We need more out of Arraez than just a sac fly. You know what I mean? And Machado disappointed. Bogaerts disappointed. Merrill did pretty good in clutch. Laureano had the home run, but besides that, not like a whole lot. And then Iglesias. I'll defend Iglesias in a bit. But yeah, just not a great offensive day overall. And that's pretty much plain and clear to see. But yeah, we'll talk about pitching first, and then we'll get back into the offense a little bit. But I do want to give some props, right? Wandy Peralta retired the first 4 Dodgers he faced, including Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman. The 2 lefties who made Peralta an optimal choice as opener. Newly recalled Randy Vasquez enters, and we saw that happen, of course. And then an overall good job from Strandy. Fluke play away from a clean outing. Would be surprised if he's back out for the 6th, obviously. Was he? No, he wasn't. I don't hate that Machado dove for that. I mean, it would have been a nice play, but I just feel like sometimes we need to remember the fundamentals instead of trying to make the flashy play. Because obviously Machado's defense isn't as good as it used to be, right? He leads the league in errors right now, and he doesn't look like the same Machado. He obviously does make the really good plays, but I just don't think he can play at the same level of he's not young anymore. Let's put it that way, right? He's not going to be able to make the plays he did when he's on the Orioles. Now he's getting older, right? Obviously, he still makes great plays, but when you have pure amazing defensive Oriole, now you're just great. You know what I mean? So it's a drop off. It's still amazing, or still great, I mean, but it's still a drop off. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm not gonna blame it on Machado. Like, I'm just happy. I'm happy he tries to make plays. I just kind of wish, instead of flashiness, stick to the fundamentals. That's just what I wanted to say. But yeah, again, good job for Manny Vasquez, to be honest. I was terrified he was gonna get shelled. But this actually wasn't even a bad game. This is like a better game for Randy Vasquez because I feel like it wasn't like a lot of luck involved. I feel like he had really good pitch locations at some point, and he topped at like a 96 miles per hour. I forget where, but I saw it on Twitter. So it wasn't actually like a normal Randy Vasquez game. It was like he actually pitched good today, which is fantastic. I know it's only like 4 innings of work, and 4 strikeouts is actually a lot for Randy Vasquez. So to be honest, I'm actually happy with Vasquez, and I think it earned him another start because obviously Michael King's gone for like, what, 15 days? Well, I guess now like 13 days because of whatever, mathematics. But yeah, honestly, props to Randy Vasquez against the Dodgers too, who obviously don't have like the best offense right now. But they're still the offense, right? I also saw, I don't remember if I saved this as a stat, but I'll show you right now. The top of the lineups for both of our teams just sucked. Ohtani, I know Ohtani had the RBI, and I know Betts had an RBI, right? But like besides that, it wasn't great, right? And I didn't include the runners in scoring position for today because it was literally 0 for 2. And we're not going to win many games going obviously 0 for 2, but the fact that we only had 2 runners in scoring position is obviously not going to win us games. But I promise you, we're going to get some positives in a bit. Well, I know Randy Vasquez was a positive, but I'm going to have more positives for you because we're going to stay positive today, right? We're not going to overreact. So, yeah, that's off. I guess we talk about the bullpen real quick before I get too far. Bullpen, good. I mean, Estrada did give up the home run. To be honest, Teoscar has a really good batting line against Estrada, so it maybe would have been better to put out someone else. But again, Estrada is one of the best pitchers in the league, so I guess relievers. You know what I mean? Relievers in the league, but you know what I mean. So I don't hate it. It's fine. It's whatever. Again, it's one game. Matsui didn't give up a run, so that's already like an improvement for him. And Mason Miller looked absolutely nasty. Okay, sorry, that's the bullpen. And then now Romo and Laureano, one of the best players on our team right now, and one of the most underrated players on the league. I watched the MLB Network segment on him, how he changed his batting stance and all that. But one of the most underrated players in the league right now. But against breaking balls this season, he has a 656 slug, 427 weighted on base average, 14.3% barrel rate, and 8 home runs. I'm pretty sure this is after. Yeah, this is obviously after because the highlight's right there. Don't have the highlight, but you watched the game probably, so you know the highlight. But yeah, now to talk about Arraez. Now, you guys know I'm not a huge Arraez fan. Like, I'm not a hater, but I'm definitely not the kind of guy who's going to buy a jersey for him, and I'm not going to be sad if we don't re-sign him. But he's now 0-12 against Kershaw. Probably would have been a good game to give him a day off. And a lot of discourse on the interwebs right now is why did we trade for Ryan O'Hearn if we're literally never going to use him? But I know O'Hearn had a really good highlight when he hit the home run off the lefty. I forget already when it was because my memory is like short term like a goldfish. But he hasn't been playing great, but like still we traded for him. So we kind of have to use him. Like he's gone next year. So, or I guess he's gone at the end of this year. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, I don't think Arraez was the best choice for today against Kershaw. We could have used him as a bench piece. I don't know. I feel like Arraez kind of hurts us a lot sometimes. We talked about this before. I don't know if I have, but when you have Tatis, who's an on-base machine right now, and you send him to steal a base, but Arraez has a strike zone that's like twice the size of a normal strike zone, so he fouls off a bunch of pitches. That kind of defeats the purpose of having a guy steal the base. You know what I mean? Hit and run aside, it doesn't work that well. I don't think Arraez batting second for the kind of team we're trying to put out there, or Mike Shildt is at least, works. I don't think Arraez second works. Honestly, I wouldn't mind Arraez. I remember when he batted cleanup and he did a pretty A-okay job. I wouldn't mind either putting him 4 or dropping him back more, which I know could be blasphemous, right? But it's an experiment, right? I don't know. I feel like a Tatis leadoff, Bogaerts second, or even Laureano second. Like I feel like there's someone better in the second hole we can use. I'm not just saying Arraez is bad. I'm just saying it doesn't really fit what we need from him, if that makes sense. And what he needs from us, what we need to ask for him, whatever, you know what I mean. Just, I feel like we can put him somewhere else. I can't speak today. I'm tired. I'm sorry. But yeah, still thinking about Shildt calling for a sack bunt last inning with 2 on and no outs. I don't hate that Fermin bunted because he's a 9-hole hitter. Your job is usually to bunt over hitters, and Tatis is your star player. I know he's not playing like a star player, and he has, I don't think I saved it. I might have. But he has, the longest in his career he has gone without a home run is 60 plate appearances. He's currently at 90. So that's not great, right? But again, he hits really well in Dodger Stadium. So you hope that he would have done more than a walk. It was a great at bat. Don't get me wrong. But a walk would have, we'll take walks. We wished for something better. Let's put it that way. So I don't hate that Federman didn't get the chance to not bunt. You know what I mean? But if something happened, like he grounded out and he got a double play and like screwed everything up, we would have been like, it's a lose-lose for Shildt, right? If he bunted and things didn't go exactly how he wanted, so we blame him. And then if he didn't bunt and he grounded into a double play, everyone would be like, why didn't he bunt for Tatis? It's a lose-lose, right? It's genuinely, it's a lose-lose. But then, yeah, right here. Hard to win when your top 4 go 0 for 14. The game is completely on the offense. We shouldn't have to doubt whether it's a correct call to bunt a 9-hole hitter with 2 on, but the way the top of the order looked, I think I trusted Freddie more. And yeah, I get both sides. Don't get me wrong, I get both sides. I'm on the fence about that. The bunt call makes sense, but ultimately the bunt there meant that Fernando was going to get a pitch to hit, was not going to get a pitch to hit. You know what I mean, pitch to hit. I can't speak. And Arraez has had a really rough go of it lately. He got a run in, but it would have been clutch if he would have gotten more than a run. But yeah, it's a tough decision. It's a very tough decision, right? But speaking of 789s kind of carrying our team, 789 carries the Dodgers against us this year. 151 weighted runs created plus, 385 weighted on base average, 299 batting average. Had to do a better job of shutting down the bottom third of the lineup to limit the opportunities with runners in scoring position for Ohtani, Betts, and Smith. They're getting on base, right? What they have is what we kind of have now, but it just didn't work out for us today. So, again, I'm not going to start blaming people, telling them to get off our team. I hate them, hate that, blah, blah, blah. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Maybe if we get swept or something, we can get there. But right now, we're not panicking, right? So let's talk about some positives about today, right? So firstly, they used like all the relievers for this game, right? The entire bullpen. They used like 5 relievers to cover, 5 relievers to cover 9 outs. They used like 3 in the last inning. Was it 3? 2? But they used 1 pitcher for like the last out. Like they're using the heck out of their bullpen. Cool, right? And then I'll make my next point right now then, because tomorrow we're playing Blake Snell, and we all have literally seen Blake Snell throw pitches. He either goes super deep or he goes 4 innings, right? What we need to do is what we should have done against Kershaw today, and that is get long at-bats. We need Blake Snell to have 3 balls every single at-bat, because we know he can be filthy, but he knows, like Dylan Cease, he can be a little too filthy, and he doesn't attack the strike zone enough. We need to be super patient tomorrow. We need to get Blake Snell out of the game by the 4th inning, and we need to capitalize on the fact that he's probably going to walk a lot of people. Why? Because that's what Blake Snell does, right? Dylan Cease, you are the complete opposite. We need you to attack the strike zone. We need you to limit pitch count. Yes, we have a elite bullpen, right? But if we can somehow get into like the 6th inning with Dylan Cease still, we're good, right? If he can somehow close out the 6th, and then we'll have 7, 8, 9 up, or bullpen-wise, 7, 8, 9, we're good, right? Dylan Cease and Blake Snell have to be like the best, or Dylan Cease has to be the best version, Dylan Cease has to be the best version of himself. Blake Snell has to be the worst version of himself. Obviously, that's baseball 101, but it makes sense. Okay, and then this one, honestly, I'm not mad at it whatsoever. We lost by 1 run on the road with Wandy Peralta and Randy Vasquez pitching bulk innings. See you tomorrow, Dodgers. And then finally, Padres lose a game against Michael King was supposed to pitch, but he didn't. Totally could have seen that coming. They're going to be fine. They're going to be fine, right? Take a deep breath. 1 game. Still first place. Tiebreakers aside. So, yeah. We have big expectations for tomorrow. I hope things change lineup-wise. I hope we can use our Hearn. Oh, I forgot to defend Iglesias. Iglesias hits well against left-handers. That's why he was starting today over Shildt and O'Hearn. That being said, I kind of wish Shildt was playing instead, because Shildt can play good against lefties, and he's kind of rotting right now on the bench. So that's my 2 cents. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel. Did you guys like today's game? Obviously not. We lost. I don't know why I said that. But how do you feel about Randy Vasquez? Do you think he did good today? Do you think he earned more starts? How do you feel about the offense? Is it time to like panic, or is it just 1 game? Let me know how you guys think, or how you feel. My brain dead today. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Please subscribe, and as always, go Padres. Goodbye.